aptly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field, Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Here's the former Bronco, Matt Prater, out, and he'll get us started in Mile High. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Bronco. With our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Go!
2nd down now, 7 to go.
19 Lions. Warriors 70. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Estime up the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here we go. Here we go.
They send a tight end in motion. They'll go again with Estime. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go.
Nix with it on 1st. This is Sutton working the right side. This is ahead for about 5. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ready.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Cut by Sutton. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. He gets 6 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. From the gun, here's Estime. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Smash, smash. Ready.
Estime with another carry. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over, over.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Bertolet able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Levis now off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Levis here on 1st down. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Levis from the shotgun. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game. But boy, Brock, what a shot. 3rd and just 2 to go. Here's a give up the middle. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Matt Prater on for the field goal try. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. McManus sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Prater on to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's a handoff to Estime. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tackle made by Chuck Clark. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Nicks off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Here we go, sack.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Levis. Warren's got it. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throw complete to Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Right 49.
On the play fake, it's Levis. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Diamond. Right 24.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Colts trying to make some noise before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Right 13.
Shotgun now for Levis. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts get some late points and the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now Prater on to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Buys time, rolling right. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Nix. Finds his running back, Andrick Estime. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Nix from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
79 Broncos. Take go.
From the red zone now. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. Cortland Sutton the touchdown. Going after tries goodbye lots. And the Broncos tie things 10-10. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 from the 41. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Looking to throw. Finds a man right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
49, like 49.
Levis throwing again. Looking slant route, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Like 54.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Like 13, like 15.
That's complete to Pittman. And he'll get it up to the 44. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, like 13, like 13.
Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. The Colts are ready for the punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
60 back.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Track at 60. Go.
Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Colts are going to be in great shape as they take over. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Like 54.
Now we're on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On the move, past the 40. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm, and a nice little gain on top of it.
Completed to Lockett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he gets this forward to the 19. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They're now set for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Gets this one to Pierce. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. From the gun, Levis. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover. Wisely throwing it away.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No pickup on that run, and it leaves them 4 yards out on third and goal. Levis from the shotgun. He completes it in traffic. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. Now Prater on to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go. Set. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away. Now that one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it'll be second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Got his target, it's Estime. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Let's go. 19 Lion. Hunt.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Hits him on the out route. And they take him down right along the 30. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Nix with it on first. Chased out to his right. Estime makes the catch. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Last thing, 19.
They'll throw again. Nix. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Nix. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Levis now off the play fake. Completed to his running back. Escaped by a man, and now he's in the clear. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Hey, come on.
Levis now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. All the way, touchdown, Indy. The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
Set to kick off.
Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, go!
Nix off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 21-yard line.
Trying again, following the set. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form. Making that strip sack and that play was a masterpiece.
And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Prater on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
7 Pirates,
Nix from the gun. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Mims with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Trap 60.
Throwing here, Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
60 Maverick. Come on, set. Ready.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Complete to Mims. Jukes one defender. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Touchdown, Denver! And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for two.
Let's go now.
He's throwing, and he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead.
Keeps the score. Colts 34, Broncos 16. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion.
What?
Back to the well again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back-to-back carries here. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Colts about set to celebrate this win. 2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escape. Oh, he lost the football. And the Broncos corral it.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and make...
He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Well, this has been one of the big stories of the game, partner. He has been sacked over and over and over here. And this time, cost him more than just yards. It cost him 2 points and possession. Former quarterback, man, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
I'm thinking I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the training room to get my body right. And I think were you Marshawn Lynch right there? Over
yeah.
and over
there
and
you
over.
Go. Let's go. Pittman, the man in motion left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And this is a nice gain. That stopped at the 47. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
First down, Colts.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course.
Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks